Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video tutorial brought to you by me, Steve, from the Tree of Life. You can find me on thedreamevilnetwork.com and sigresource.com. Just want to get this done right at the start. Please bear with me if I have any long breaks, or if you hear me in or out like that. I've got a massive toothache, my cheek and my gum are all swollen, so I'll do my best not to squiggle up and things like that, but I'll do what I can. Right, so basically in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make this this avatar here. Basically it's just a very basic tutorial, very basic avatar as well. I'll just play it again. As you can see, it's just little small rotations of the rings there, and that's my little nephew, by the way. So without further ado, let's just crack on and get started. So we want to open up Cinema 4D. I've got release 13. As far as I know, everything's the same in previous versions. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our render settings. Now, as you can see, we're going to change the width and height to 150 by 150. 300 dpi. I always render out at 300 dpi, it's just me, always have done. And we want to select all frames in the frame range. Now click save, and we want to save as an AVI movie. Options, just scroll your mouse wheel down or select the very bottom one, which is full frames uncompressed. Click anti-aliasing, put best, 1x1, 4x4, 10% threshold. And we're going to go effect, lens effects, and that's basically our render settings done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this little dot with the 2 arrows around it. We're just going to spin it around until we've got it looking like so. It's just not quite straight. Oh, one. Anyways, that'll do. So what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to add a text. So we're going to add a text spleen. And I'm just going to put Jack. That's my nephew's name, by the way. And we're going to add an extrude NURBS. Now, on our extrude NURBS, we just click the actual extrude NURBS, select caps, add a fillet cap on both, and set these to 10 and 2, and again 10 and 2. As you can see, if I just zoom in, it's rounded off our text really nicely, and it's also give it a sort of glossy look. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our extrude NURBS, and we're going to hit our rotate button, click, hold shift, and just move up, and it will move in 5 increments of 5. So we're just going to move that down, and I'm just going to straighten up. Awesome. Right, that's our text done. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a plane. So if we just go to our shape box here and select plane, and we're going to do 9,000 by 9,000, and we're just going to move our text up. And want it actually just kissing the floor like so. I'm actually just going to quickly change my text here. Going to select this font. Awesome. Just do any little edits, any clambering up or whatnot. Okay, so before we go any further, what we're going to do is we're going to create a material for our floor. So we want to go new material. Just double click it, add a texture. We're going to go gradient, just double click that, and we're going to pick a nice green, a nice dark greenish colour. Like so. Add a reflection, just drop it down to about 40%. and then just drag it onto our plane there. Now if I just render this off, as you can see, the gradient's going in the top right direction. So what we want to do is we're just going to rotate the plane, click the green, again hold shift and just move it all the way to the left so you've done a full 90 degrees, like so. Now if I just quickly render that off again, as you can see, the floor, the gradient's now starting up from the top, and we've got our text down now. Now I'm just going to move this up a bit. Awesome. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a tube from our shape objects. Just select shape and then tube, and again we're just going to rotate this. So click the red bar, hold shift and just move it up to 90 degrees, and we're going to move this forward, and I'm just going to select this 4 window mode. If you just click this little window here, it will separate into 4 windows, and then you can move and whatnot as you please. Now we're going to make this tube a bit bigger. We're just going to move this up. Again, 4 window mode. And just resize and move every time. There we go. Awesome. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set our rotation segments to 200 and our cap segments to 15. We're going to play with the inner radius now. We're just going to make it like so. Play with the height, get something that we like as an individual. And we're just going to resize because we can. Awesome. Now we're just going to Control C and Control V that tube, and this time we're going to drag down the outer radius like so. I would recommend just moving like this so you can see how big your tubes are and whatnot. Control C and Control V this tube again, drop down the outer radius. And Control C and Control V again. One last, we will be doing this twice more, but and there's all our rings. We're just going to Control C and Control V. Now we're going to make our final image, and I'm just going to move all that in like so. Let me just render this off quick, see what it looks like. This is the only problem with changing your field of views and whatnot. Just doing a little bit of resizing and some moving. Right, so we'll just render this off quick. For a quick preview, as you can see, back to green, and we've got our text and everything on. Now we're just gonna start randomly adding materials to our rings, and we're gonna add that material to our text as well. And now gonna add that and add that. Now if I just render this off quick, pretty sleek. Now what we're just going to create a new material, load image on the texture this time, and I'm just going to select this little picture of my cousin Jack. Little touch of reflection on there, and just drag and drop. As you can see, my little nephew's just sat in there rather nicely. Let me just render this off. Looks pretty sleek, man. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to actually animate it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this button here, which is arrow O keyframe, and drag this green bar all the way up to 90. Select tube 2, tube 1, the first duplicated tube. Then we're going to click the red bar, hold shift, and just drag it down. Full 360. It's always easier if you use shift, because then it'll always go back to the same position. Now I'm just going to rotate this one off to the right, again, full 360. And for the last one, we're just going to go the opposite way, and we're going to go full 360 this way as well. Right, so if I click play, as you can see, my avatar is fully animated now in Cinema 4D. So I'm just going to click pause, put that right to the end. Now I'm just going to click our render button, click yes. As you can see, it's going to start rendering out in C4D now, and then we just got to wait. Basically the process after this is oh, I've just realised my rings and everything's a bit off. So I was just doing some little edits there. Again, just got to move my tubes over a bit too far off to the left. Perfect, this one to do. So just while this renders out, basically the process now after this, once you've saved it, I'll show you how to save it and what to save it as. Basically, once you've saved it as a AVI movie, you then import it into Photoshop by clicking File, Import, video file to layers or something like that. You select your AVI, and then it will go into Photoshop. And then basically, all you have to do then is click File, Save, and save it as a GIF. Now for some reason it doesn't work for me, I can't figure it out. Me and Mikey spent quite a lot of time trying to figure out why it doesn't fucking work. But still, right, I'm just going to change the FPS down to 11 there, a full 90 frames. Now if I just click play, as you can see everything's slowed down. And this is going to be my avatar. Right, so what you want to do now is you want to right click on the folder and select save as, and save as an animation, AVI movie. Again, check, make sure you've got full frames uncompressed, 11 FPS, 300 DPI, 0 to 90. And then just click OK, and then we're going to save this as tutorial, if I just quickly go and find this, and if I just open it, and there you have it. There's that's basically how you make an animated C4D spinning avatar. This has been a tutorial from Steve from the Tree of Life, from the dreamevilnetwork.com and sigresource.com. I will be back very soon with another video tutorial on C4D and web design. I shall see you again very soon. Much love, peace out.